What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a doozy of a parts hunt video that I think that you guys will thoroughly enjoy because this could be a fun one, and we are definitely going to be doing a lot of the part hustling that this channel is all about. But I've got a client that has $800 to spend to get a PC that'll 1, game, 2, stream, 3, content create. He also needs 32 gigs of RAM. What? And it needs to look aesthetically pleasing as possible and perform, obviously, as best as possible. And speaking of performing as best as possible, I've got a video sponsor that'll help you do just that. Let's go. Did you just finish building your brand new gaming PC? You've got Windows installed but not activated, and you don't know where to go or what to do? Well, I've got you covered. Head on over to scdkey.com. Link in the description below, an online marketplace that specializes in CD keys to activate Windows 10 and even 11, but also many other game titles and etc. What you want to do is select to purchase a Windows 10 or 11 product key. Click buy now and apply my promo code during checkout to take advantage of a 25% discount, bringing the total cost to activate your Windows install down under $15. Next, all you got to do is zip on over to Windows activation screen, click change product key, and just paste in the key you received digitally upon purchase. Check through the next activation menu screens and you are done. Now you have a fully licensed and activated copy of Windows on your new system. That is it, guys, and it is as easy as that. Don't forget to use my promo code, link in the description below, to save you some money on your Windows activation. But for now, back to the video. Hey guys, so we are here in front of my screen and I'm going to dive right into this because I have a feeling we're going to be doing some part hustling to find the best price to performance possible while also meeting our budget. So let's jump right into it. We're over here on PC Part Picker. All right, so first starting off, I'm just going to go over to CPU. What I'm thinking is I'm going to try to see what the 3700X goes for. Oh boy, $325. Wow, really? Those are that expensive right now? That seems very, very high. Really would have thought those would have been in a price point of in the 200s at this point, but probably what we're running into here is just part shortage in general. They don't really make these chips anymore. So let's take a look at what our other possible options might be here. Actually, I'm going to go back and just type in Ryzen 7 and see what comes along here. And the first one we got here that is on the list, actually the 5800X is, what's that, about 50 bucks cheaper? That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, we might be able to get a better Intel part, but we're not going to get as many cores from Intel. So what I'm thinking is maybe we might be able to get something like a later gen i5. I think this would be a better option just because of the sheer amount of cores. It's 8 cores, 16 threads. That's going to be really good for content creation. Let's just go ahead and add this for now and see where this gets us. We've got a lot of lists to get through. All right, so next thing we're going to go to, let's see, we got motherboard. So being a 5800X, technically a B450 motherboard would work. The B450, just curious here, Tomahawk Pro Max, that's a pretty good board. I'm really trying to stay within spending like $120 to $150 max. So let's go down here and put in, we want all the Wi-Fi options. In fact, since this is going to be kind of more of a, I would say, next tier level build, I'm going to try to search for ATX boards and just the lowest price first. So this first one here is this ASRock X570, looking pretty good. It's interesting. It's got an M.2 Wi-Fi built in like that. I've never seen that before. Where does that antenna even plug in? That's so wild. I don't know. All right, so moving on down the list, an X570S Aorus Elite for just $5 more. I like that. This is a really good board in terms of features. It's got Wi-Fi. It's an X570 board. He did say, actually, one requirement, he wanted USB Type-C. So that's also why I've kind of stuck to the bigger boards. I think I forgot to mention that. This board does come with a Type-C connector, which checks that off. Just pencil this one in too. I'm starting to feel like we're really going hard and fast on budget. Holy Lord. $500 almost already. We're probably going to have to maybe scale it down in processor, but let's keep going. Memory. He wanted 32 gigs. We might have to slow our memory speed down just a little bit, as much as I hate to do that with Ryzen, but we need to get 32 gigs. So let's see what we got here. We can go with 2x16 gigs or 4x8 gigs. I kind of like the 4x8 gigs because it kind of fills up the board more. And I feel like those DIMMs generally come in a bit cheaper. What do we got here? 3200. What is the cheapest 3600 kit? Okay, perfect. $124 versus $109 for 3600. I'd really like to get them that. CAS latency 18. If we want our bling and our speed, we have to make a sacrifice somewhere. I'm gonna try to get them a case that has some RGB fans. So let's go with the non-RGB memory for now. I'd rather get them this good, pretty decent memory, 3600 megahertz. Oh, we are going fast. There's no way. There's no way. We're going to have to reverse course here. So Ryzen 7 seemingly is kind of out of the question. Prices are a little too high. I was expecting a little bit better, but I mean, honestly, for the price, it's not bad. But trying to squeeze it into an $800 budget like we are, it's kind of not working for us. So let's see if we just scale it down to, say, a 5600X, how different things might look with that. 5600X. Okay, that's looking a lot better. So this is still 6 cores, 12 threads, a good CPU for this type of stuff, but that knocks off a solid $100 off the top of our price here. I kind of want to take another look at the memory here. If we go with two 16 gig DIMMs, so let's take another quick look at memory here, see if there's anything that we can do to shave in terms of price. Whoa, actually, this might be a better choice. Sweet, so we can save some money here. I'm glad I went back and looked at this. Okay, we got these YOLO DIMMs here. I know that I've used these before. The thing I like about these are 3600, CAS latency 18, so it's basically the same performance just with two DIMMs, and we're saving ourselves like $50, so I think we should go with this. And let's kill this Vengeance kit, because look at the difference there. That's a $50 difference. That's going to help us a lot. Let's move on now that we've really freed up some money. We're down to 441 as opposed to over 600 before. Storage, I feel pretty confident we should be able to get a pretty good drive here. So let's go with the, I'm just going to go straight to it, guys. You know what I'm after. The Team Group MP33, and let's even get a 1 terabyte drive. Yeah, check it out. Look at that, $50. Maybe some squeeze money is on the motherboard, because we still could go to, like, say, Amazon Warehouse to get us something a whole lot less. That's what I'm thinking is how we would be able to do that. So next thing here, video card. This is going to be the element that's going to be very tough here, but I think also shouldn't be too bad because the video card prices have come down. But because we're doing streaming, right? Because we're doing content creation, we really want to take advantage of CUDA acceleration. Yes, AMD cards definitely can do all those things, but those two particular technologies are very well matured within the NVIDIA platform and have been around for a long time. Let's say sticking around something like an RTX 2060, 2070, hoping I can get one on eBay for 150 to 200, somewhere in that range. Okay, so actually before I hit up eBay, I kind of want to give Jawa another shot. I've gotten some good deals here and there. So let's see what we can find here. Let's just start with the RTX 2060. Okay, so not bad. This one's interesting. It's an RTX 2060 Super for $220. I feel like that's just a fair bit steep. So just for giggles, let's see what the 2070, listen, we're not going to probably spend a lot of time here over on Jawa, because that's the thing that I found. It's usually lots of sold listings, and then some are okay in terms of price. So this one's good. Let's just keep it on screen and go over to eBay real quick and see what we got here. So let's do RTX 2060, $149, $179. So those are, don't even know what those are. Okay, scrolling on down a little further. This card, what is the color of this card? Is it just insanely dirty? I think, oh my gosh. Look at this, guys. Why would you do that? Why would you put this on eBay? Like, clean it up. Maybe that is rust that can't be cleaned up. I mean, that looks awful. Why would you put this for sale? I don't understand. Why would people put something like this for sale? Just crazy what people are after. So looking like, honestly, the price value is darn close to Jawa, which is good for Jawa as I guess a thing for competition. So I don't want a little mini card like that. Let's see if I can find, here's an EVGA card, 2060 SC Ultra for $200. Buy it now. I mean, really, it's kind of, I think, going up from there. I mean, really just gonna go with, take a look at this one since it's the lowest price one. One picture though, I don't like that. It's very not great picture, and this user has no reviews. So yeah, I'm gonna probably stick away from that. That's kind of the thing, gamble you play with eBay. So let's take a look at the next one, which is another EVGA card with a seller that has got a lot of reviews and good pictures. Okay, this is looking way more appetizing than the other one. Looking like a card that's like pretty much in pristine shape. Got the little sticker over the screw, so that's kind of an added little sense of assurance that the card hasn't been really tinkered with much. Basic IO, you know, display, HDMI and DVI. He's selling it in the box. I'd say this is a pretty good move. So let's keep this penciled in. We're looking at spending $200. I think shipping is going to come in another $10 here, give or take. So let's just call the price of this card $205, just to make sure we checked everything. I do want to see what 2070s are going for, but I'd imagine more money. Yeah, so the 2070s are coming in about $30 to $40 to $50 more, which I would firmly expect. It's a higher performing card. It's got a little bit more VRAM. I'm not even going to entertain going with a 3000 series card. Now, I think the only thing that would be affordable in this budget would be like a 3050. This is the NVIDIA Tex, as we've always talked about, and what I'd really like to get him is like a 3060. Retail price of these 3060s are coming in around $350 plus. Jawa, let's give you one more shot here. Let's see what you got. Just to see what we have out there. Maybe someone's selling one cheap used. Yeah, they're still commanding a very high price, like $300 plus. We need to spend like $200 flat and then call it a day. So, because we got other things we got to get. Let's pencil in a $205 value on our part picker list and see where we land from there. All right. So, got a little bit of saving grace for this build. Remember our EVGA B-Stock power supplies? Well, I still have one left over. So this is a 750 watt B-tier gold rated fully modular power supply. So if you guys remember from that was the $700 build, the last build guide I did, we had one of those in there. So we've got power supply covered and we're spending in about $50 for that. I did go ahead and include that on the parts list here, and I penciled in the value of $50 because we're getting away with that, even though that is kind of a niche find. As I've said time and time again on my channel, make sure you guys are watching EVGA B-Stock. You can definitely get yourself a really good deal on a power supply. So what is left? We've got about $65 to $70 to find a case. That's again going to be a very tight area to find a case. I'm left with thinking that we need to probably take to like maybe eBay or even Amazon to try to lower that motherboard cost just a hair bit. If we can knock off like $30 to $40 and spend like $120, $130 or so, then we're gonna be sitting real nice. That way we can get a case that looks sweet, because he was wanting actually some specifics with this case, so I want to be able to provide that. So let's head on over to Amazon Warehouse, see if we can find something that is just a refurbished or a repackaged part where we can get a really good deal on it. All right, over here on Amazon Warehouse, and hopefully here maybe we can find some deals. Let's go B550 motherboard to start. Okay, let's just take a look at what this first one has on it. This is a little bit more expensive. I would like to maybe drive this price down a little lower, but this is coming in at, where are we at here? At least almost, yeah, $50 cheaper. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is a pretty sweet looking board from Asus. This is the Strix B550F. Does it have Wi-Fi? Not looking like it, so I want something with Wi-Fi specifically. So let's look at B450s for a second. Yeah, still plenty of B450s out here, and they're cheaper. Man, look at this deal, $90 for this motherboard. That's like crazy good. Now, things to be careful with, obviously going with B550 and say like a 5000 series Ryzen is compatibility, and this one does have that USB-C too. I kind of like this option. This one doesn't have Wi-Fi though, which is a bummer, but maybe I can sort that out with him with getting him a PCIe Wi-Fi card just for giggles here. Let's see what we can find here on Amazon. Let's do PCIe Wi-Fi. Yeah, these things coming in like $28. I would get something like this for them right here. This should do pretty good. This is basically what they install on the motherboards themselves. Looking good, and this is saying it's Wi-Fi 6E compatible, so that's of the latest Wi-Fi standards. I mean, if we add this in, so if we do, you know, what is this, $30 plus $90, we're talking about $120 spent for a motherboard. Other things you guys want to check out with Amazon Warehouse too is when you can expect to get the parts. This is probably the tough area here. $20 for shipping, that's kind of rough. I don't know, I don't like the delivery time between December 12th and the 22nd. So it's actually coming from Canada, so that's why there's a $20 shipping fee. Let's see if we can find, I think I saw a couple of these. Let's see if we can find one that is not coming from very far away. I think they're up here. Here they are, MSI Performance, blah, 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 blah. This is getting tough, guys. I feel like I'm gonna go off camera a little bit because I don't want to drag this in too long with you guys, because I feel like this is where we've got to do some serious scraping for finding the right board here. So this is what this is all about. So let me go off camera a bit and see what I can find.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, I think I found the jackpot. So this is why it takes a little bit of digging sometimes, but I found a MSI B450 Tomahawk Max for $68. Looks like a good looking board and basically has everything I need for it other than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, again, we're gonna have to go buy a part, but that's another $30. So what we can say here is we're basically spending right at about $100 for motherboard and Wi-Fi with all those features built in. And it does also have the USB-C right here. Kind of hard to see, actually. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. But right there, just took a little digging on Amazon Warehouse to find this. Anyway, I'm gonna add this to our list. That will drive the price down massively on our part picker list. I'm gonna make some tweaks here, and then we're gonna go chase down a case. I kind of saw some things just out floating about with the Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals that I saw some good things from NZXT, so I kind of want to target that. I just kind of want to, I'm just going to that for no particular reason. And I think it was the Elite, 510 Elite or something, or I don't know all the NZXT cases all that well. Okay, this is, yeah, the 510 Elite. I think this is it. Perfect. Yep. So RGB fans up front. Yeah, I think it's still on a Black Friday deal. Yeah, 38% off. Beautiful. And get this case, which is looking pretty sweet. That's a good looking case. And that gives us like 50 bucks for more GPU. So let's see. I'm going to pencil in this one. I think I want to snag this up one before the deal goes away. Oh man, wait, hold on a sec. Delivery December 14th to the 29th. What? Okay, I found out, remember guys, don't always rely on Amazon. Found out through a PC part picker, we go take a look at the screen. I saw where you can get it through Best Buy, and looks like it's, ooh, deal ends tomorrow here on this one. So we might be able to get this one. I'm gonna double check to see if I can get it here, maybe locally at my store at Best Buy. Best Buy does tend to carry some good stuff. Okay, perfect. So I can get it at my local Best Buy, which is just down the street for me, luckily. But yeah, definitely check that, guys, with PC Part Picker, that you might be able to get stuff through different outlets, having good deals. But I'm able to get this case. I can pick it up, or I can even have it shipped to my house within the week. And I think that's going to be a good buy. So we've got a total of $774 here total for our parts list. That gives us about $25 to etch out a hair bit more performance here. And I think what I want to go with is I want to go see if I can get a little bit better video card, because right now what we got is this EVGA KO Ultra Gaming. Not bad, but coming in at right around $215 is what we slated it in as. I want to see if we can go maybe get an RTX 2070. They're getting a little bit higher in price, $245. But then I got to thinking, we did check Jawa before, and remember we found this RTX 2060 Super, and the RTX 2060 Super is quite a bump up over the original 2060, where they added 2 gigs more additional VRAM. I believe the core and clock speeds are all slightly higher and better. So this, coming from a Jawa seller, you know, call it $230 for sake of not looking up the actual card. We'll just modify our price here on our part picker list. And we'll call that $230 to factor in the shipping here. Save that setting, and that puts us right at $789.96. There was definitely some pinching and squeezing that we had to do in this build. I would have liked to incorporate a little bit more RGB. I might tinker around just a little bit more to see if I can find some RAM for a slightly cheaper price, but things are all overall coming in pretty good here. $789 though. Can you build a gaming, streaming, content creation PC, at least to get a good starter, fresh, I would say, build that allows you to get started with that type of stuff? Absolutely, and I think this part picker list definitely shows that. So all in all, guys, I'm going to get these parts on order. Some of these I got to act quickly on because the case looks like it's got a deal that's expiring due to Black Friday and stuff, and also I want to make sure I secure that motherboard for that sweet, awesome price that I got it for. So definitely want to take care of that. I might tinker around a little bit with motherboard off camera. You guys will know about if I made any part alterations when it comes to the build in the live stream. So speaking of that, that is the next thing that you guys are going to be seeing in this series. We're going to be doing a live stream of this $800 build next, followed by a follow-up summary of how it performs. So thanks for tuning in to this one, guys. I appreciate your time, and stay tuned to the next one, which will be the build stream of this PC. But if you want another idea of something just a hair bit cheaper, then check out this video right here, where I did a $700 build that's a heck of a performer. Take it easy, guys.